The tensions between Russia and the West are at an all-time high, and upping the hostile rhetoric, Russia has said that it may in fact be forced to deploy intermediate-range nuclear missiles in Europe. This because Moscow believes that NATO in fact plans to do the same. The warning from Russia's deputy minister has in fact raised the risk of a new nuclear arms race, potential nuclear arms race on the continent, especially if the West were to decline to join Russia in suspending the intermediate-range nuclear forces in Europe. Now, this is a part of a package of security guarantees that Moscow is seeking in return for defusing the crisis over Ukraine. Now, Russia has warned that a lack of diplomatic or political solution will prompt it to respond militarily to any kind of NATO's deployment of these intermediate-range nuclear missiles. Russian President Vladimir Putin also spoke to the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. While Johnson asked Vladimir Putin to de-escalate the tensions with Ukraine, Putin in turn told Boris Johnson that it was NATO that was threatening Russia by expanding its activities in Ukraine. The call has come just a day after G7 meeting, where the group has warned Moscow of massive consequences, financial consequences that is, if it were to carry out a ground invasion into Ukraine. Meanwhile, the European Union has imposed sanctions on a group of private Russian military contractors who allegedly committed human rights abuses in the Middle East, Africa and Ukraine. EU ministers agreed to freeze assets and also impose a travel ban on people involved in the Wagner Group.
The activities of this group reflects the Russia hybrid warfare. They present a threat and create instability in a number of countries around the world. So the sanctions will cover the Wagner Group itself, 3 companies with links to this group, and 8 individuals responsible for serious human rights abuses or destabilizing activities in Ukraine, in Syria, in Libya, in Central African Republic, in Sudan and Mozambique.
Now, US intelligence has assessed that Russia could in fact be planning a multi-frontal offensive on Ukraine by as early as January next year. Kremlin denies plans of any ground invasion and has accused the West of Russophobia. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.